Namaste children. So far up to block 14 we learnt about different concepts from science. So in our block 15, a new block today we are going to start. In this new block 15, we are going to learn about the measurement. So we are going to learn about the measurement. At first we will learn the need of measurement, and then we are going to learn about the various ancient methods of measurement which are followed before inventing the standard units, and then we are going to learn that what exactly we will measure in an object. Okay, so the LP1 of your block 15 measurement is to know much more about the need of measurement. Yes, what is the main aim of our today's class? The main aim of our today's class is to learn about the need to use the standard ways of measurement. This is saying that initially there is no standard ways of measurement, and in our today's class we are going to learn about the need to use the standard ways to measure. Okay, so in our today's class, the two keywords that we are going to learn, the first one is the non-standard. Non-standard means which will change everywhere.
Non-standard, which can change or vary.
Now the next keyword that we are going to learn, that is the standard, which remains same everywhere.
Standard, which stays the same.
Yes, the two keywords in our today's class we are going to learn. The first one is the non-standard and the second one is the standard. These are the two keywords in our today's class we are going to learn. So to understand today's class, let's do a small activity, children. To have in that activity we are trying to measure the content books, your workbooks. So how you are going to measure? So we are going to measure the content books and your workbooks with the help of the non-standard units, like by using a handspan, by using a cubit, yes, and a foot. These are three are called your non-standard units of measurement. With the help of these three non-standard units of measurement, at first we are going to try and learn about the how to measure them, and then we will go with the need of standard measurements. So before completing the activity, let's have a quick look on the video part, children.
We can use a handspan to measure different things. A handspan is not very reliable because hand sizes differ. So, a handspan is a non-standard measurement.
Yes, children, here we are using the non-standard measurement unit that is called handspan. So what is a handspan? Handspan, it is a distance between the thumb to the little finger. This entire distance we are calling it as a handspan. So here in this picture you are able to see that with the help of the handspan we are trying to measure the length of a disc. So when you will observe carefully, this handspan we are considering it as a non-standard unit. Why we are considering? Because the distance between this thumb and the little finger, which we are calling as a handspan, it varies from a person to another person. So in small children the handspan is small. When you are growing up, the handspan increases. So as the hand size it is varying from a person to another person, this handspan length is also getting varied. So now other than this handspan, even we are having another non-standard unit that is called your cubit. So cubit, it is a unit, yes, where you will see the distance between Cubit, it is a distance from your elbow to finger region. This entire distance we are saying it as a cubit. So in the olden days, along with the handspan, cubit is also used to measure the things. Generally, even now, even here, while garlands making and the garland sellers, they will use this cubit only to measure the length of the garland. Yes. So cubit is also one of the non-standard unit of measuring, where cubit it is measured from the elbow region till the tip of your fingers. Okay children, now other than that there is another non-standard measuring unit is present. That non-standard measuring unit we are calling it as a foot. Foot is the foot of your leg. So generally nowadays also we will use that 5 feet. The length, we are measuring our length in terms of 5 feet 2 inches, like that we are going to measure. Okay, so your hand span, cubit, foot, these are the non-standard units which are getting varied from a person to person based on their size. Okay, so this cannot be followed all over the world. So to measure accurately and exactly of any object, we should follow a measurement that is applicable to all over the world. Such a measurements we are calling as a standard measurements. There are some specific measurements are there which are always used to measure the things exactly. And that measurements we are calling them as a standard measurements, and these standard measurements are followed everywhere in the world. When it comes to your hand span, your cubit, all these are coming under non-standard measurements. These non-standard measurements that are getting varied, so you cannot follow these non-standard measurements everywhere, but the standard measurements you can Yes, you can follow everywhere commonly in the world to measure the length. Yes. So now exactly what we are going to measure. Why don't we get the same results or measurement when you are using the hand span? So why don't we get the same measurement? We won't get the same measurement when you are using a hand span, because the people's hand size is getting varied. So measuring using body parts like your foot, hand span and cubit does not give an exact or accurate measurements. So that's what we are calling these three as the non-standard measuring tools. Okay. So now why do we need to have a standard measurements? So we should always have a standard measurements to measure the things accurately, and that remains same. Okay, and that remains same. In what way it is same? It is same all over the world, and no matters who is measuring the object, that object's length or weight, it remains same. So now even one more thing, like in a standard measuring units we are using the rulers, that is your scales which is there in your boxes, a measuring tapes, a carpenter or a tailor he will use, weighing balances in the shopping malls we will see. These are some of the accurate measuring units that to be followed to measure the objects. So now these units, as they are giving the accurate result and an exact result, we are saying them as a standard measuring tools. Yes. So why do we need to measure accurately? What is the need of measuring in our day-to-day life? That to accurate measurement. So we need to measure the things accurately, because if a carpenter is making a door, he should measure the things accurately so that the door can fit in the correct size. And if you will see a tailor, he is measuring the tape to stitch the things. So if he is not measuring the tape, the cloth won't fit to you. Yes. In the same manner, while constructing the buildings, while making the roads, yes, so many different areas, even in the shopping malls, and milk packets, everywhere if you will see, so many different areas are there where the accurate measurement is one of the most priority, and that to be followed by each and every person all over the world. So now let us open our worksheet part, children. Your worksheet, volume 3 worksheet, page number 1. Volume 3 worksheet, page number 2, children. So in this page number 2 of volume 3, LP1, if you will observe carefully, the first question, tick the tools used by the people in ancient times to measure the length. Ancient times means non-standard units. Can you please tell what are the non-standard units? One is your cubit, the second one is your handspan. So these are the two things that are used to measure the non-standard measurement units. Now the second question is, look at the picture and answer the questions. In the first picture, yes, in the first picture you can see that he is measuring the length by using a cubit, and in the second picture he is measuring the length with the help of a ruler. Yes, so now out of these two pictures, who will get an accurate measurement of length, A or B? B is going to get the accurate measurement because he is using a ruler, where the ruler is divided into equal units, that is called your centimeters or inches. Now the next one, why should we use standard tools to measure the things? Because these standard tools, they are divided always into equal parts, and that are given an accurate or an exact result, irrespective who is measuring the object and where it is measured. Now the third question, if you will see, write 2 examples from your daily life where you can use the measuring tape. So in our daily life, we are using the measuring tape while stitching the clothes. And even we are using the measuring tape, we means in our daily life, we even will observe a carpenter using the measuring tape. Okay, children. So after this worksheet part, now let us go with the practice questions of your textbook. So if you will see the practice questions part, this practice questions, the first question is, write if the sentence about the ancient measurement tool are true or false. So the first one is, stones were used to weigh the fruits and vegetables. Yes, ancient days stones are used to weigh the fruits and measurements. A ruler is used to measure the length of the object. In ancient times, a ruler is not used. Rama wants to measure an accurate length of the table. Which measuring tool she should use, handspan or ruler? She should use ruler because ruler is the standard measurement units where equally they are divided into centimeters or inches. Now the third question, write any 2 examples from your daily life where you have seen the use of rulers. Already this we have discussed. In case of a tailor, a carpenter, a constructor, these are the areas where you are using the standard measurement units with the help of a ruler. Okay children, after listening the video, complete the worksheet and practice question parts from your content book. Thank you so much.